Hey yo, what's up guys? Um, we are going to be a little bit because apparently there was a game file update that I didn't realize was there, so I forgot to update fast. But hi, welcome in. How is everybody? How is everybody? Hi Ezra, thank you for the pop cat. Let me pop this music up a little bit so you guys can hear it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Anyways, how are you guys tonight? How is everybody? I hope y'all are having a very good day. I've had a pretty good day. I just wish I would have remembered to check earlier to make sure there wasn't an update, but I was like, I just updated it recently, so it'll be fine. It will be fine, I said. We're halfway there, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Highlight. Hi, Kane. Jester doing good. Nice. I hope you guys have fun on Minecraft. That sounds like fun. Oh, you know what I can do while I'm thinking about it? Because we should be able to open this up and let that keep downloading. I can make you guys bees, so when you talk at me, we can see you. There we go. You guys bees? Yeah, there's one bee. I think that one's supposed to be me. But yeah. Hope you have fun on Minecraft. That sounds very, very fun. And tell Jester I say hi. I don't know if Jester's in chat and can hear me, but say hi to Jester for me. Wait, why do I have two things open? Let's close that. We don't need that open. Why does it keep pausing itself? Don't pause. Steam is trying my patience today. It's like, oh, you want to update this? How about we don't update it? How about we just pretend it doesn't exist? No, no thank you. I still have Marvel Rivals. I still need to finish updating Marvel Rivals, and I'm like, I haven't played it in a bit. I need to play it. I need to play it again. It's just been a bit. What I really need to do is I need to go find my controller, and I need to try playing with controller and see if that's a little bit easier for me. Because, like, one of the reasons I stopped playing is because playing by myself was just... it wasn't as fun. I'm not very good at first-person shooters. Like, I have fun with them when I play with friends, but when I play by myself, my reaction times are so slow sometimes that I'm not all that great. Every once in a while I'll do fine, and it's like, yay! But, like, 90% of the time, I lose my mind while I play them. It's not fun. Oh, poor Jester. I love terraforming. Jester, do you want to switch places with me for a little bit? I can terraform for you. I think, dude, genuinely, terraforming in Minecraft is one of my favorite things to do. I avoid it because I have to have time to, like, sit down and do it for 3 hours. Because if I don't have time to, like, sit down and do it for forever, then I get annoyed and I don't want to do it because I just... same with art too, dude. I have such a hard time with, like, the things that I really like. I'm like, I want to do this today. Okay, how many hours do I have to do this? Because I know if I am interrupted at any point, I'm never gonna finish. Never gonna finish. And that is just... I love terraforming though. I think my favorite thing to do with terraforming is I put on, like, a podcast. I've currently... ooh, guys, I need to tell you about the podcast I'm listening to right now. So, I don't know how many of y'all are into D&D. Please, Ezra's refusing to help with the build we're doing together. Yeah, totally. Give me your account. I'll do it. I'm half joking and I'm half serious. I don't know if any of you are like actually, you know what? Why did I say I don't know? I'm gonna bet all of you like D&D and all of you are big old nerds like me, because if you're in my chat, if you're watching my streams, you're probably a big old nerd who likes D&D, and I love you for that. I have been, there's this D&D group that I've been following. You guys have probably heard of it if you like D&D, because honestly, they're just as big as, like, if you've heard of Critical Role, you've probably heard of Legends of Avantis. Avantis? I just realized I don't actually know how to pronounce this. Anyways, I have been listening to their Crooked Moon thing. Currently, I'm on Once Upon a Ghostlight, and oh my god. Y'all, I want to run a one-shot so bad. I want to run a one-shot so bad. It is ridiculous, dude. Okay, look, I have 2 different Minecraft projects going on right now. I dropped all of my other ones. Technically, I have 3, but I've dropped most of them so I could finish up my 2 Minecraft projects because they are kind of important and time sensitive. And then I have a campaign that I'm currently trying to get things together for so I can run it again, because currently it's on pause because of the holidays. And the reason like most of my Minecraft projects were on pause was because things were happening in my life IRL and the holidays. And so I have like all these things going on that are time sensitive, which I'm hoping with the new streaming schedule I'm able to get to everything and not feel as stressed out as I was before the holidays where I had to take a break. I got overwhelmed and then a whole bunch of stuff happened IRL. Oh, what is happening? Okay, no, we're good. We are good. I thought I just watched my bitrate drop. It was a lie. So what was I saying? Okay, so there is this thing that I've been following, and it's Crooked Moon. I've been following Crooked Moon since they started the Kickstarter and stuff. Kane backed it and stuff, so they've got like the PDF and everything. I still need to buy my own PDF, but honestly, I might just mooch off of Kane. Yes, you do gotta share the PDF with me. But like, I finally was like, okay, I have everything in my life under control. I'm getting on top of all my projects and things. Let me sit down, do some off-camera work on my Minecraft projects, work on some art projects in the morning, you know, just when I have free time. I like to put on podcasts when I drive to and from work, right? All the times that you would have a podcast running. I've been listening to Once Upon a, I want to call Witchlight, but I'm so ADHD today, I probably Ghostlight. Because there's 2 campaigns. There's Once Upon a Witchlight and Once Upon a Ghostlight. I've been listening to Once Upon a Ghostlight, and dude, I have so many ideas. Like, I want to do a one-shot so bad, and my brain goes, you should do it for stream. And the other part of my brain goes, nah, you probably should take it easy and just do it for your private D&D group. Oh, also, that's another thing. My D&D group is starting back up again soon, and I'm so excited for it, but I've been like prepping for it. I've been like going over any of the notes that I had found. I found one of my notebooks. I'm so happy. When I moved down here, I lost one of my notebooks and I finally found it, and I'm like going over all my notes. I'm trying to get caught up for it, and oh my gosh, I've been fighting it like no other to not put together a one-shot. Because, like, if I did it just for my friends, I totally would go overboard and I would do way too much prep work for it, because that's what I do for my campaign. For my campaign, I set up music, I created a bunch of game assets and maps and a whole bunch of things that, like, were so overkill, because half of them my players haven't even seen yet. I have, like, I have a whole bunch of, like, pictures for different NPCs and things that my players haven't even met or don't really care about, because they've shown up once so far. They'll show up more. That's why I made portraits for them. But I know that I'll do that, and so part of me is like, should I just do this on stream? Because if I'm gonna put this much effort in it, I might as well just do a one-shot on stream and like share and kind of like advertise, like, hey, by the way, my commissions are open. Hey, this is one of the things I do. I do a lot of D&D game assets. I just don't have a lot of examples because I only really have like one, you know, D&D game going on right now. But the thing is, I don't need to do that, because if I have access to Kane's PDF, then I have access to all the things that come with Crooked Moon. I don't need to make my own, but I really want to. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it, but oh my god, I am fighting the urge to make a D&D campaign for Crooked Moon, or more specifically a one-shot. I don't have time right now to do 2 D&D campaigns, but the thing is like, I'm currently prepping to do an Icewind Dale campaign at some point. Unless Kane ends up doing it. Because right now I'm doing one-shots with Kane, and Kane is doing one that is technically set in the world of Icewind Dale. And I don't know if Kane is gonna... Because, like, way back when we started the one-shot, Kane was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the one-shot, and then I'm gonna pass it over to you, and you're gonna run Icewind Dale. And I was like, okay. So I started prepping for it. And now I keep going back and forth. I'm like, do I just... I don't know. If you've not been a viewer for very long, or you're new here, I am notorious for getting way too into the ideas that I have, putting them together, and then like biting off more than I can chew with projects. And then a lot of times things happen before I can finish those projects because I took way too many on, and either A, the project was so big that it never comes out because stuff happens, or B, I'm currently in like year 3 of working on these projects. Or I get so burnt out that I put them down and I forget that they exist. So like, I want to do a one shot, and then the other part of me is like, maybe I should wait. I don't know. I'm trying to, I think, brain cells. I think in February, I'm gonna try to wrap up one of my Minecraft projects that I'm working on, and if I can get that one wrapped up, then I might possibly put together stuff to do a D&D one-shot on stream, just kind of see how you guys like it. And if I do, it's definitely gonna be in Crooked Moon. I hope y'all know what Crooked Moon is. If you don't, look it up. It's so good. I really love folk horror, and I really love like old fairy tales and things. I just love horror in general, honestly. I'm kind of a horror nerd, and dude, this whole thing, oh my god, it's so good. I'm like, I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to like spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Where we are with the upload. Okay, upload is almost done. We are about almost to 90%. Dang, it is taking a long time. I'm so sorry. We're gonna be like 20 minutes. No, we're already 20 minutes in the stream. We're gonna be like 30 minutes into stream before we start, because my dumbass forgot to update Peak before I started streaming. To be fair though, we weren't really supposed to start stream till like 7:30, so y'all get to yap with me for a little bit while we wait for this to load. What was I saying? Oh, the ADHD strikes again. What was I saying? I was talking about Crooked Moon. Yeah, I was talking about Crooked Moon because I like podcasts, and we were talking about terraforming. So I have been listening to that. Highlight. I don't know if those are eyes looking at me or if that's you being interested in what I'm talking about. But yeah, I love podcasts. I love putting them on. It depends on the mood I am. I go through like cycles where I like listen to like existential horror type stuff, or just horror in general. Then I'll have like my comedy kick with a little bit of like I have no mouth and I must scream type horror, and then I have true crime and D&D, and I just cycle through them. You're a ghost? Ooh, spooky spooky. Yeah. Oh, another podcast I would highly recommend. I think if I remember correctly, it's Terra Firma from the Rusty Quill. I haven't listened to it in a bit. I need to listen to it again. I've been thinking about it. That one's super fun. It's kind of like space. It's a futuristic thing set in a space station, if I'm remembering correctly, and like the entire thing is improv. Basically, like there's a story, there's like a main storyline that they follow, but the like pretty much all the dialogue except for maybe a couple of sentences is completely improv. and it's great. It's so good. It's about this and the whole thing is set around designing planets and things for different alien races and different corporations and things, and it's great. And it follows a planet designer and his clone assistant. It is probably one of my favorite comedy podcasts that I've ever listened to, and it also has a really cool kind of like bordering on horror storyline. It's great. If you like anything the Rusty Quill has done, you will love it. Well, it's very different than the Magnus Archives. If you only know the Rusty Quill from the Magnus Archives, it is very different. It does have the same kind of existential horror vibes, but it is definitely not the Magnus Archives. It is 100% a comedy thing. Yeah, so Once Upon a Wishlight is another one I'd recommend. My gosh, what was that one podcast? I was listening to another podcast recently, and it was like a story-driven podcast, and I'm blanking on its name. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I do that. And Rotten Mango, if you are into true crime, highly recommend Rotten Mango. She is probably one of the best investigative journalists that I have ever like listened to.